Voters will head to the polls for the primary election for the mayor's race in Quincy. We're going to go back to my colleague Don Dwyer, who is live this morning in Quincy at one polling location with more on what we can expect in the day ahead. Don?
Natalie, good morning to you. Good morning to everyone. I'm here at the polling location at the Illinois National Guard Armory this morning, and here's a look at what you're going to have to do today for the primary. Sort of what you did for the November election. You're going to come to the front desk here. You're going to sign in. They're going to tell you to go to a precinct. So let's walk over here, and you see right here it says Quincy Precinct Number 1. You're going to have the plexiguard glass like you saw the last time in November. They're going to ask you to declare a party. So you're going to say Republican or Democrat. You're going to go get a ballot, come over here to the vote, picnic tables right here. Come here, cast your ballot. Once you do that, you just walk over to the machines right here and just slip it in and cast your ballot. It's kind of the same exact way you did it in November. The key, of course, social distancing. So we talked to Adams County Clerk Ryan Niekamp kind of about this whole entire process, and he says he's expecting a little bit of a lower voter turnout. He says a little more than 1,000 people participated in early voting, which was about 4%, and then he expects another 4% for a total of 8% turnout, and he says it's all because the primary has some special rules to it. Take a listen.
That's just how the primaries work in Illinois. I think it does deter some voters out. I've talked to some who's like, I don't want to vote in primary simply because I don't want to declare a party, and that's understandable. Then there's others who are proud to declare one party or the other. Really, this election, though, is important.
Polls are open from 6 a.m., so in about an hour from now until 7 a.m. And there are a few changes for the polls. The county has relocated polling places at St. Vincent Home and the Illinois Vets Home. Two right here where I'm at this morning, the Illinois National Guard Armory, and also relocate Good Samaritan Home's polling location to Trinity United Church of Christ. That's on South 24th Street because of COVID-19. And we're all here because they want to fill out a ballot this morning. So we're going to tell you what it's about. It's pretty simple. There's only one bubble you need to fill out this morning, and we're going to tell you exactly what that's all about. So on the Democratic side of things, let's break down those candidates. We start between the race between Brennan Hills and Nora Ballner. Hills is a 17-year-old student at Quincy High School. Ballner is an assistant professor at Quincy University focused on communication. Hills says the main problem with Quincy and the city government is lack of leadership from City Hall, and the city needs a different approach when it comes to law enforcement and affordable housing. Now, Baldner says fixing the city's roads and infrastructure is a top priority, and she also says Quincy's facing a major issue with the pandemic, and she wants to provide a better solution. Now, on the Republican side of the ticket, that's a race between two businessmen that are well known in this community. Let's break down that race. It is between Paul Havermael and Mike Tropa. Both talk about their experience. Havermael served the city council for 16 years, and Trope served on the Adams County Board for a long time and is the current Quincy Public School Board member. Both have different issues, though, in terms of how to approach their key topics. In terms of job retention, Trope says the city has lost about 1,800 people over the last 8 years and something needs to change. Meanwhile, Havermael is strong about the city committees and says they need to build on the roadmap to sustainability committee and the ideas there. Both believe, though, in efficient spending to improve city infrastructure and support local businesses at the pandemic as well as it continues on. And also, we've got all of these issues online at WGEM.com. If you want to know more about all the candidates, we've got all the resources there for you. So if you log on to WGEM.com/decision, we've got our Meet the Candidates story where you can check out every single candidate and read all about them. You can also rewatch the full debates that aired last week on WGEM as well as WGEM.com. And also, you can get a look at the sample ballots for both parties. It's all online. And remember, the winner from today's election moves on from both parties, moves on to the April 6th general election. So that's just a little preview this morning of what's going on. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to explain how weather might actually provide a better turnout than expected here. We're live in Quincy. I'm Don Dwyer, WGEM News.
All right, don't forget